Robin here, and I'm here to talk to you about the Maverik Axiom lacrosse stick. Maverik was kind enough to send one over my way, and I wanted to give you guys a full review. So let's start. Starting with the face shape, as always. This is a much slimmer face shape than the Erupt. The face shape allows for a deep, high pocket. I have only played wall ball and shot with this just once actually so far. I'm gonna go and shoot and play some more wall ball with it after this video, but this is how broken it is after I've done just one go around with it. So really enjoyed the factory stringing that they've done. They were definitely ramping it up a bit. As you can see, the face shape allows for a pretty deep high pocket up here. With wider set heads, it's a little bit more difficult to get depth so high. Something else I want to point out are these recessed top strings. These are awesome just because I was playing wall ball on concrete the other day, and as you can see, there's already some scoopies going on there, but this top string is completely protected, so you don't have to worry about it busting out during an important game or tournament. I really love that aspect of the head. Also, you can see right there that is made in USA, not Taiwan or somewhere else. Really cool that they're making an effort to make their stuff right here in the States. Stringing holes. I haven't strung this, I will restring it, but just looking at the stringing holes, top ones are very appropriate for top string, very appropriately sized. I mean, bottom are not itty bitty like the Exalt 500, which I really enjoy because it's nice when you can fit 2 or 3 strings through a hole without having to really use your needle nose pliers and shove them through. So I really like the sizing of those holes. As for the sidewall, as you can see, there is a shooting string hole right there where this shooter goes through. And if you want to even adjust your shooter and bring it down, there is an additional shooting string hole right there. You can see in the middle right there. So if you want more of a V instead of a U shooter, then you can go ahead and do that, which is really awesome because I actually prefer more of a V instead of a U. Although this is great. I actually like how they have their shooter set up right now. I haven't found any issues with it, but I'll switch it up to the V and see if I like that more. Scoop. So the scoop is pretty flat. It has a bit of a point to it. That is great for accuracy. It's not too pointed though. I've done a bunch of ground balls with this and I didn't have any issues with it pitchforking. You know, when you go into the ground and then you kind of shish kebab yourself and it gets awkward. So I like this kind of scoop because it does allow you to have nice clean ground balls without really digging up a whole bunch of grass with you. So the Highwire Pocket is very lightweight, surprisingly durable. I was a bit cautious and a bit doubtful that these strings were going to hold up well just because they were so itty bitty, but they actually, I was just going to town on the wall and they held up great. These knots haven't come undone or anything. The strings seem to have good durability. I've only used it once so far. I'm going to use it again today, so we'll see if that changes, but I don't think it will. The huge advantage with the pocket is it's incredibly lightweight. For me, on attack, I love just being able to throw around and just throw fakes all over, so I would honestly prefer a lighter head. So this was awesome. Then the center runner, this guy, if you've noticed, it is very similar to STX's Runway Pocket. That's my favorite runner pocket to use. This one is up there as well though because I love how the ball, once it enters, let's see if I have a ball, yeah. Once the ball enters the pocket, here, let's squeeze it in a little bit, it's going to flex around the ball and move along with the ball. So you can go low and still have the ball kind of shift, have the pocket shift with the ball. and once it gets up here you can get it nice and deep like that. So I really like these interlocking strings right here just for softer catches. Last part about the pocket I want to talk about is the leathers. So it is so great that Maverik includes leathers with their sticks. Leathers make a difference in a pocket. If you're going to use a center runner pocket, I would really stress that you use leathers on the outsides, just because they do such a better job of channeling the ball, getting the pocket to keep this part deep and this part not as deep, just because the leathers are a bit stiffer than, say, nylon strings. Moving on to the shaft, the Maverik Axiom shaft. It is a composite, a carbon composite matrix. Carbon composite just means that it's going to be lightweight, should have a little bit of flex to it. This looks so cool, honestly, just on looks alone. But getting past the aesthetic aspect of it, it is super lightweight. You have to try one out for yourself. I want to say that they carry them in Lacrosse Unlimited stores. And just try one out for yourself. They are so super lightweight. Again, if you like a heavier shaft, wouldn't recommend it, but I love light handles. I love just being able to use the flick of a wrist to move your entire stick. So this I would really recommend if you like throwing fast fakes and stuff like that. The butt end is pretty cool because it's attached, so you don't have to worry about losing your butt at practice or during games. It has happened to me a few times, and then your stick becomes illegal if you don't have something covering right there. So it's great that they just attached this, because when you're also ripping on shots, it's nice to just have something to grip onto and not have your hand slide off or push the butt off while you're pulling down hard. The only thing I don't like so much is the grip. The grip, as you can see, it's very easy for me to slide my hands around. Great if you live in a desert environment like I do, but if you live somewhere where it rains or snows frequently, you might want to throw some tape on there. The tape is going to add a little bit of weight to the shaft, kind of deterring, the reason of getting a really light shaft. But it's not going to add that much weight. It'd probably be negligible. I'd be surprised if you could actually tell the difference by how much weight the tape adds. But if I played in a rainy state, I would definitely put some tape on this just to make sure that my hands aren't going all over the place during the rain. But for living in Southern California, rain is not usually an issue, so I am going to have no problem with this. See the hold right now. So this is after, I haven't adjusted this pocket whatsoever since I got it. I just played wall ball with it. So here, yeah, it's pretty good. So it's pretty good hold. I like that. Nice and deep, still legal. Here's the inverse pocket if you're interested in taking the draw. And I really encourage you to check one out. And thank you so much for watching.